Good evening, Oswego. Welcome to WTOP 10 News, your source for Oswego news. I'm Keith Rubino.
And I'm Samantha DiMascio. We'll have your news straight ahead right after this first commercial break.
We don't have a teleprompter. Just wanted to let you guys know that. Many were arrested in the Mexico drug business recently. Over 800 people were arrested on charges of cocaine, and they were arrested in approximately 5 different areas of the United States. Police were all over this, and people had caught up in the sweep had violent criminal histories. They represent 133 gangs in 24 countries. The operation targeted those gangs involved in human smuggling, identity theft, fraud, weapons trafficking, and the drug trade. Authorities seized 86 guns, 8 pounds of meth, 30 pounds of marijuana, a pound of cocaine, $70,000 in cash, and 2 vehicles during the operation.
State officials say 2 major wildfires have burned more than 18,000 acres along Florida's eastern coast. The Iron Horse Fire began on Monday in southern Volusia counties. More than 150 personnel are engaged in the effort to contain the fire. Meanwhile, the Keller fire has set 2,000 acres ablaze in St. Johns County. The fire closed parts of I-95 and US 1 at times due to smoke and lack of visibility. Wildfire specialist Cliff Frazier says the cause of the fire is unknown. However, the combination of severe freezes this winter that killed surface vegetation and low rain totals made conditions ripe for a fire. So far, no fatalities have been reported. And now we'll check out our current conditions outside with meteorologist Evan Duffy. Evan, a lot of sunshine out there for us today. Is that going to continue into tomorrow's forecast?
Actually, well, it's going to be clear tonight. It looks like it's going to be snow showers in store for us tomorrow. Right now outside, it's pretty cool outside in the 20s. We have some light wind outside, and for the most part, nothing's going to be happening here overnight. Actually, the cool temperatures should be getting a little cooler as the clear sky should allow for some cooling. But looking at tomorrow, you guys, snow, and then even worse for the weekend.
Thank you, Evan. The House of Representatives reached an agreement on this year's budget, albeit but temporarily. Samantha Hayes tells us how a government shutdown may have been avoided for now.
Fund the federal government for 2 more weeks through March 18th, a temporary fix that allows the Friday deadline and threat of a government shutdown to pass if the Senate follows suit. The bill also cuts spending by $4 billion, but Democrats and Republicans still need to compromise on how to fund the government for the rest of 2011.
Well, I want the American people to know this, that there are more spending cuts on the way.
House Republicans want to see $60 billion cut from the 2011 budget, a number many Democrats find too high.
Democrats believe that spending cuts are part of the solution. Let there be no mistake. We need to cut spending. But we also believe that those cuts must be smart and targeted, not pegged to an arbitrary number.
Earlier Tuesday, some Democrats proposed an extension of a month instead of 2 weeks.
Especially in the business community, and try to plan to grow this economy, is certainty. And you can't go from 2-week to 2-week to 2-week periods.
House Speaker John Boehner says the Democrats' 4-week plan comes too late.
If there had been a conversation about this 10 days ago or 2 days ago, we might have had something to talk about.
Democrats in favor of a 4-week extension also had the support of the White House. President Obama indicated that short-term bills could harm economic recovery. In Washington, I'm Samantha Hayes.
The rebellion in Libya has escalated to the point where citizens of the country no longer feel safe. Almost 150,000 people have fled across the borders into Tunisia and Egypt. Many of those fleeing are foreign workers in Libya. Now, many of them do not have the means to return home. Tunisian police attempted to hold back the tide of people but were overwhelmed. Now, the UN Refugee Agency fears problems with water, sanitation, and shelter.
Thousands of Yemenis marched again today to demand the removal of Ali Abdullah Saleh as the embattled president blamed the U.S. and Israel for the unrest across the region. Saleh says, quote, "We hear the statements from President Obama asking the Egyptians to do this, telling Tunisians to do that. Are you the president of the United States or the president of the Arab world?" Instead of lashing out, White House Press Secretary Jay Carney says Saleh needs to look inward. Even members of Saleh's powerful tribal group were among the thousands of protesters gathered in the Capitol today, calling for an end to his rule. Amnesty International says 11 people died in Friday's protests, bringing the overall death toll to 27. Saleh, who has been in power since 1978, said he will not seek re-election. And now we'll see what's going on with Joe Manganiello in sports.
Well, thank you, Sam. Good evening, Oswego. I'm Joe Manganiello, and this is your sports report. 4 Oswego State Lakers have received SUNYAC All-Conference basketball honors for their contributions to their respective teams' regular season. Kayla Ryan was selected to the All-SUNYAC second team. Ryan, a junior, was 4th in the SUNYAC in points per game with 13.4, as well as 7th in the SUNYAC with 6.8 rebounds per game. Ryan has made the All-SUNYAC second team for 3 consecutive seasons. Men's basketball coach Adam Stockwell was voted SUNYAC Coach of the Year after leading the Oswego State Lakers to their highest winning percentage since 1961. The Lakers' leading scorer Chad Burge has been voted first-team All-Conference member as well as SUNYAC Player of the Year. Burge finished the season as the second leading scorer in SUNYAC play with 18.4 points per game and 8th in rebounding with 6.7. Additionally, sophomore standout Hayden Ward was voted onto the All-SUNYAC third team after finishing 4th in the SUNYAC in rebounding with 8 per game. Later tonight, I'll have your latest NBA news as well as a few senior tributes, but until then, back to the desk.
Thanks for that, Joe. 2 Oswego County men were accused of burglary following a 5-month investigation by the New York State Police. Syracuse.com reports. According to police, Michael Schultz and his accomplice took a circuit board and other equipment from Ormsby Ironworks in Hannibal. Just last week, Schultz was also accused by Fulton Police of 4 burglaries in Oswego County over the last year. He's facing 4 counts of burglary and 1 count each of grand larceny and petite larceny. Schultz was sent to the Oswego County Jail with bail set at $25,000 cash or bond for the charges.
A Cayuga County jury has found a former police officer guilty of bribery and misconduct. Auburn police fired 49-year-old Brian Hutchings last April. Now he could potentially face up to 7 years of imprisonment. He is being charged with the most serious felony crime for the 29 charges against him on top of 14 official misconduct charges. Hutchings was accused of misusing his position as a commercial vehicle enforcement officer to accept free and discounted services at his home in 2007 and 2008 from 2 Auburn businesses. When a paving company tried to collect an overdue $1,800 bill for driveway work, Hutchings threatened to write tickets against the company. Hutchings' defense lawyer, Emil Rossi, says he received the free and discounted services simply because he was friends with employees at both companies.
588 U.S. shopping centers and malls have been acquired by the Blackstone Group of Manhattan. The malls are owned by Melbourne, an Australia-based Centro Properties Group. Centro is leaving the U.S. market. It is the second largest transaction by Blackstone in almost 4 years. Other Central New York-owned shopping centers by Centro were bought by Blackstone include Mohawk Acres in Rome, the Plaza and Salmon Run in Watertown, and Cayuga Mall in Ithaca. The company spent $20 billion in 2007 buying Hilton Hotels Corp. And now let's see what's going on with weather with Evan one more time.
Thanks, Keith. When we come back later on tonight, I'll talk to you guys about the weekend, which looks extremely messy. But until then, things won't be absolutely horrible. Stay tuned for that.
Located at 31 West Bridge Street, serving New York-style pizza, wings, sandwiches, wraps, and desserts. Dine in, take out, or order delivery by calling 315-342-4255.
The SUNY Oswego Music Department will host its 5th annual collage concert this weekend.
The overall theme is the very eclectic nature of it. It's a quick juxtapositions from one act to the next. We're going to have a mix of the large student ensembles, which includes the college community orchestra, the college choir, the state singers, the jazz ensemble.
Be sure to catch the Collage concert this Saturday at 4 p.m. in Waterman Theater.
Was gonna be there anyway. But thinking of you's working on my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rub my sister shows together, making sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you, so excited. Sky rockets in flight. Boo! Afternoon delight.
I think you got it.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
This Friday, March 4th, starting at 5 p.m. until 7, Tyler Art Gallery will be presenting Wild Inspiration. Starting at 5:30, there will be gallery talk with Elizabeth Austin and Brenda Giergrich. These two talented women have two different styles to their artwork. Mrs. Austin's mixed media art involves the use of stained glass windows, modern materials, and ideas to explore perceptual qualities of light and color, while Mrs. Giergrich's works is described as vividly colorful canvases and monotype prints that use simple landscape forms to evoke dreamlike spaces. Once again, this event is on Friday, March 4th, starting at 5 p.m. until 7 in the Tyler Hall Art Gallery.
Waterman Theater will be presenting a collage concert at 4 o'clock on Saturday, March 5th. The evening is expected to be full of energy and fun-filled music performances by the Jazz Orchestra, Wind Ensemble, College Choir, State Singers, College Community Orchestra, faculty members, and student soloists. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for Oswego students and senior citizens. Proceeds will help raise funds for music department scholarships.
It was an after-school club of sorts, modeled after a rated-R movie. Shocking cell phone video shows kids beating each other up for fun in a middle school bathroom. It was apparently part of a secret fight club created by several students. Kirsten Joyce spoke to the woman who discovered the disturbing video.
This video that Sally's nephew showed her on Friday of his favorite after-school activity left her speechless.
I was horrified because I thought they were I kept expecting one of them to go, you know, into the wall or going into one of the stalls and breaking their neck or something, because there is no control, no padding, not anything. It's tile and metal, and those things are very unforgiving on a 12-year-old boy's body.
Her nephew had joined a fight club. He says the fights take place after school inside the boys' bathroom at Stewart Middle School in Tacoma, and he recorded at least 15 of these fights on his cell phone. After we took the phone away from my nephew, he received a text saying, "Is it your turn to fight on Monday?" So it was definitely planned, and I know that my relatives were, you know, young boys. They were very willing to participate because it was fun for them. But it wasn't fun for those on the receiving end, and Sally brought this to our attention because she wants the fighting to stop. Some of them looked like they were getting hurt, you know, bloodied noses, and I could see some were being kicked in the ribs and in the kidneys and sometimes punched. Her nephew was enrolled in an after-school activity, but was apparently ditching it for Fight Club. She says he will be held accountable for his actions, but questions how these fights were able to go on for months on school property. I would like to see the school increase their security and increase their accountability to the parents, you know, and taking care of the kids when they're supposed to be watching them.
Rain or snow, sleet or shine, good weather or bad weather, here's a look at your forecast with Evan Duffy.
Thanks again, Keith. I'm WTOP meteorologist Evan Duffy. Hi everyone, taking a quick look at our almanac for today. We had a high of 31, slightly below average, and a low of 21. Our nights are a little bit cooler than they usually run, about 32 for our normal. A high of 62 in 1954. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Didn't get very close to that today. No precipitation today, and sunrise and sunset getting a little better as we get closer to spring. Local temperatures, a cool spot of 26 in Mexico and 30 in Hannibal. Otherwise, 27, 28, the normal temperatures for the county tonight. Across New York State, those upper 20s across most of central New York, mid-20s in the Hudson Valley, and you can see our warm spot of 40 down in New York City as usual. Our local radar, I can't really show very much because it's actually pretty boring for most of the state. You can't see very much going on at all. In fact, there's nothing going on. And you go out to look at our satellite, you can see some clouds out over the other Great Lakes, but our area for the most part is calm. Move on to our futurecast, tonight, 1 a.m. Going to be some light clouds around, should be mostly clear. You see this is part of a storm system that's working to our north and going over our area. It will be bringing us probably some scattered showers tomorrow in the form of snow. Moving on to 1 o'clock around noontime, those showers should be dissipating. And as we move on to 7 o'clock tomorrow night, looks like the models are trying to bring up a little bit of lake response, lake effect snow. However, this is going to be scattered and light at best. Wednesday, 30 degrees for your high, scattered snow, again, not all the time and not everywhere. Increasing wind throughout the day, and what snow does fall will probably get whipped around as winds may reach up to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear, and that's going to lead to a low temperature of 5 degrees. Clear skies and calm winds are to blame. But going on to Thursday, 55 is not the right temperature. Sorry, guys, 35 is what I was looking for. Clouds will be leaving the region, and it should be north winds around 15 miles per hour. Our extended futurecast, as you can see, the futurecast looks awful, as I hinted at earlier. On Friday, looks to be mixed, continuing on to Saturday with temperatures reaching into the 40s by Saturday afternoon. Should be mostly rain by then. Saturday and Sunday and Monday look like they might have a little bit of snow. Sunday night, when we get closer to midnight maybe, and definitely on Monday should be snow, all snow, guys.
All right, thanks, Evan. And when we come back, we'll watch a 10-year-old making a half-court shot. WTOP segment reporter Alyssa Mamano will have all this and more. Stay tuned.
The SUNY Oswego Music Department will host its 5th annual collage concert this weekend.
The overall theme is the very eclectic nature of it. It's a quick juxtapositions from one act to the next. We're going to have a mix of the large student ensembles, which includes the college community orchestra, the college choir, the state singers, the jazz ensemble.
Be sure to catch the collage concert this Saturday at 4 p.m. in Waterman Theater.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Got a good thing going, and I wanna see it. Oh, no, no, no.
Hi, we're Real Big Fish.
And you're watching WTOP 10.
Like the number.
Cam's Pizzerita, located at 31 West Bridge Street, serving New York-style pizza, wings, sandwiches, wraps, and desserts. Dine in, take out, or order delivery by calling 315-342-4255.
Joining me now in the studio is Alyssa Mamano, who has some caught-on video clips. Alyssa?
Thank you, Samantha. A Houston man was caught on a dashboard camera leading police in a high-speed chase which ends in an accident with an 18-wheeler. Robert Jones of Houston, Texas hit 5 patrol cars, injuring 3 officers before hitting the larger truck. Jones was treated at a hospital for his injuries and was then taken into custody at the county jail. He will face 3 counts of aggravated assault and 1 count of evading arrest. A 10-year-old Pennsylvania 4th grader was the star of the show at his Monday night basketball game. Mark Torado was banked a half-court shot in the last 7 seconds of the game. What's even more impressive, It is his first year playing basketball. Mark heard his coach screaming from the sidelines to shoot the ball, and all he could think after it left his hands was go in. Trotta said he threw it like a baseball and somehow made the shot. Unfortunately, Mark's team lost the game, but the crowd will not soon forget the show. An Atlanta, Georgia restaurant owner walked into his business on Monday to find it ransacked and $4,000, a computer, and a television missing. When he checked the surveillance video, he saw two burglars jumping down into his bar from the ceiling. The burglars entered from the roof and crawled through an air ducts to gain entry. Owner Cristiano Geraldo says his alarm system did not go off until the burglars left through the back door. Geraldo is now left with a hole in his ceiling and not enough money to make the necessary repairs.
Governor Andrew Cuomo's campaign committee, Andrew Cuomo 2014, sent an email to supporters this afternoon that supports the Medicaid redesign team's plan. It calls on New Yorkers to, quote, contact your state legislators today and urge them to pass these vital reforms and help protect the future of our great state, end quote. The email states that last Thursday, the team submitted its historic plan that met the governor's target to save over $2.3 billion. The next step is for the state legislator to act on this plan as part of the state budget. And as they say, your voice can make a difference.
U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand has come up with a 5-step plan to help New York's dairy farmers. Gillibrand said, quote, our dairy farmers are facing a real crisis, and we simply cannot wait until the 2012 Farm Bill to find solutions. We need to address this crisis now. Part of the bill will call for the somatic cell count standard to be reduced from 750,000 cells per milliliter to 400,000 cells. According to Syracuse.com, milk with low cell counts has a longer shelf life, better taste, and a greater cheese yield. According to the USDA, as of 2007, New York State is home to nearly 5,700 dairy farms, down from nearly 7,400 in 2002. Cuts are planned to begin in September. And now a full look at sports with Joe Manganiello.
Thank you, Sam. Last night in the NBA, the Phoenix Suns handed Deron Williams and the new-look New Jersey Nets their third straight loss since acquiring Williams from the Utah Jazz. Despite the losses, Williams has racked up 47 assists in his first 3 games with the Nets. That is the most assists for a player in their first 3 games with a new team ever. And the post-Melo Nuggets are now 3-1 since dealing their superstar and absorbing several former New York Knicks. All 4 games without Anthony have been played against playoff contenders, with wins coming against the Memphis Grizzlies, the Boston Celtics, and the Atlanta Hawks. Their lone loss comes against a powerful Portland Trail Blazers team and was only by 1 point in overtime. The Nuggets are now tied for 5th place in the Western Conference. The Lady Lakers basketball season has been over since a quarterfinal loss to SUNY New Paltz back on February 22nd. And with that, the careers of several seniors are now over. Point guard Kristen Diglio, guard Wanda Sanchez, and forward Colleen McCready. There is one special player, however, whose career with the Lakers has placed her as one of the most well-liked and appreciated Lakers of all time, senior captain Tracy Bacon. Bacon finishes her career 5th all-time in assists in Laker history, averaging just shy of 3 assists per game. Bacon is 7th all-time in Lakers steals, and she has played in 100 games, 14 shy of the team record. Over the course of her versatile career, Bacon's final averages are 6.9 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1.86 steals. Above all else, her smile and tenacity as captain were infectious and gave the team a backbone. Tracy Bacon has given this team 4 excellent years and will be tough to replace. The Lady Lakers hockey team are coming off one of the best seasons in program history. Along with acknowledging head coach Diane Dillon and a great roster, the elite play of senior Emmy Williams has taken the Laker program to a new level. Williams has been named to the ECAC West All-Conference second team, her first postseason award. Williams ranked 3rd in the ECAC West with a 94% save percentage, and Emmy gave up just 1.87 goals per game. In a road contest against previously unbeaten and #1 ranked RIT, Williams' 46 saved helped the Lakers win the team's biggest game in program history 2-1. Since her first full season as starter in 2008, Emmy has won 24 games and improved her number of wins each season. The program has seemingly grown around Williams, whose career 92% save percentage has famously kept the Lady Lakers in many games they would have normally been blown out in over the years. Williams is considered one of the best Oswego State women's hockey players of all time and will surely be missed next season. Well, that's it for sports. Now back over to the desk.
All right, thanks again, Joe. Breast milk and ice cream, bad building care, gets owners punished with embarrassment. We'll have all this and more coming up in our lighter side of the newscast.
Stay tuned, you're watching WTOP 10.
And your television.
Cam's Pizzerita, located at 31 West Bridge Street, serving New York-style pizza, wings, sandwiches, wraps, and desserts. Dine in, take out, or order delivery by calling 315-342-4255.
TOP, brought to you by the letter W.
The SUNY Oswego Music Department will host its 5th annual collage concert this weekend.
The overall theme is the very eclectic nature of it. It's quick juxtapositions from one act to the next. We're going to have a mix of the large student ensembles, which includes the college community orchestra, the college choir, the state singers, the jazz ensemble.
Be sure to catch the collage concert this Saturday at 4 p.m. in Waterman Theater.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
All right, Evan, we're back here at WTOP. Welcome back. We have one more shot at the weather here, so do we have any good positive news coming up for this Class Day forecast?
Positive news is for tomorrow at least. It should warm up somewhat all right to about 30 degrees. It's going to feel cool, and the wind's going to pick up through the afternoon, but starting off the morning at 23, working our way up to about 26 by 10:20, and then about 28 by 12:30ish. And guys, it's going to be scattered snow showers, but nothing too crazy tomorrow.
All right, that's pretty good Class Day forecast, but you know, I was really happy when you made that typo, except you told me it was a typo and then I got upset.
Yeah. Well, you know, it happens. 55, you know, maybe.
How great would 55 have been?
55 would have been excellent.
It would have been fantastic.
So I'm ready for spring, and I'm a winter guy. So.
Yeah, we had the essay election about a half an hour ago on the air for WTOP. We had Barry Weigel's the host, and you know, they raised a really good question. I wanted to get everybody's opinion. What do you guys think is the deal with the fact that essay didn't have enough people participate in the voting? You know, last semester they only had about 400-something students vote.
Well, that is curious, and that's a trend in all of politics, really. When you think about the presidential election, all the for senators, it seems like people aren't going out and voting. It's kind of odd.
Yeah, it's tough on campus to raise awareness, you know, because everybody's got their own lives.
I was going to say, promotions-wise, I don't think anybody really. I mean, I didn't even know when the election was, so I can, you know, say for them.
And to think how many students are probably involved in activities that SA is in charge of, you think there'd be somewhat higher turnout trying to help out their own organizations.
Definitely. Well, go out there and vote, students, because this is WTOP and we have to advertise for SA. So that'll do it for us here at WTOP 10 News. For the 10 News team,
I'm Joe Manganello.
I'm Evan Duffy.
I'm Samantha DiMascio.
And I'm Keith Rubino. Have a great night, Oswego. We'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place.